4, 3, 2, 1, and grand rising, and welcome to Good Morning Experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present to some and introduce to others, none other than the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment, the man that gets it done like no other. He has the reputation of being a master builder. He's that six-figure ring earner, gold legacy member, and the first shareholder in Washington, D.C. We talking about the man known to this family as the man of courageous conversations. Look at him, look at him. He's shining bright. He's ready to go. We talking about Uncle Jack.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir. The ball is yours.
All right. Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. As always, you make me feel like I'm going to do a ring walk. You know what I mean? You make me feel like I'm going to walk into the ring and defend my title. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome everybody to Turn Up Tuesdays here at the biggest, baddest CEO meetup on the planet. This is yours truly, Jock Vaughn, aka Uncle Jock, zooming in from the DMV. So we're officially in our pass the ball segment, but we're gonna do our tip drill first, so y'all know how we like to do. So come off of mute. Also, like Troy said, send that last minute text. Let's drive these numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's drive these numbers up. Let's get everybody locked and loaded. So with that being said, and I want to say a special welcome back to Mr. Tony Burke. Glad to have you back. Been seeing your face in the place. Just want to say it doesn't go unnoticed, sir. When you're not here, we definitely miss you, brother.
Yes,
So with
sir.
that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got 3 questions for y'all. Come off of mute if you can. If you're new, just keep up. It's an easy game that we play. All right. So, team, how y'all feel? Ooh, and what's up? And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet.
The Pitney household, that MBA, your insurance and tax. Not to mention the Creole.
All right, we can jump right on in. I'm going to ask y'all a question. We ain't gonna have no time for like no side field or nothing. We're going straight in. Is that okay? Is it okay if we have some courageous conversation this morning, y'all?
Yes, sir. Give it up.
All right. So, how many of you raise your hand if you're a creature of good habits?
Sometimes.
Usually that takes a very disciplined person. Like I could see somebody like a Dr. Mark, a Troy Gandy, a Tawana. Was that a real raise? Was that a yeah, okay, I could see somebody like Tawana.
I'm sorry, I was letting people in.
Can somebody do me a favor too? Look up the definition of a habit. Or ask just somebody let me know what the definition of a habit is.
Ready?
Yep.
A habit is a behavior pattern acquired through frequent repetition that becomes a regular and often involuntary way of acting, occurring automatically in response to specific cues.
Damn, that was a lot. Okay. So, so habit is repetition, right? Say it again. Say it again.
Okay, a habit is a behavior pattern
Stop right there.
acquired,
Stop right
acquired
there.
through, okay.
The
Behavior
usual
pattern.
way of behaving.
So behavior pattern. Here we go. Behavior pattern. Go ahead.
Acquired through frequent repetition.
Hold on. Acquired. That means that you've gotten these habits because you've acquired this repetition, right? It's repetitious. Go ahead.
That becomes a regular and often involuntary way of acting, occurring automatically in response to specific cues.
So it becomes it's almost like now you've involuntarily programmed yourself. Y'all see what I'm saying? So the reason I'm even bringing this up is because how many of y'all out there are Napoleon Hill fans? I'm a
Yeah.
Napoleon Hill fan. Like,
Me.
you got all these other people, you got the Secret, you got
Yep.
different laws of attraction. Man, all of these people, the blueprint is Napoleon Hill, point blank. You know what I mean? That's the blueprint. So I was listening to this excerpt that he had the other day, and I was blown away because I thought I heard all of his stuff. And I was listening to this, and you know what? I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really wondering if it could have been AI, because people that listen to Napoleon Hill know it wasn't that much stuff out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking that could be AI. But anyway, the message was, you are a product of your habits. Here where I'm going with this. You're a product of your habits and the commands that you chose to frequently wire yourself with, your inputs. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, feel where I'm going with this. You are a product of your thoughts. You're a product of your thoughts. You're a product of the inputs that you chose to wire yourself with. As a child, sometimes you have no control over your inputs. Does that make sense? So as a child, a lot of times your foundation work, you had no control over the way you were being programmed. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So what happens is, through the compound effect of years and years and years of systematic programming, you now have what's called beings. You are a being. Now you're being. You're like, when you're being, that means you're in the moment. You're being. Like right now, all of you are being. Okay? Some of you are doing. But for the most part, we're human what?
Beings.
Are y'all feeling where I'm going with this? There's some heavy stuff I'm getting ready to lay down on y'all. So here's the thing. If you're not happy with who you are today, guess what? Change your inputs. It's simple. Like, you don't even have to, you can be a bum on the street, dead broke, don't know whether you're coming or going, and you can make a decision to make a change. Just like Michael Jackson said, you can look at yourself in the mirror and decide to make a change. All you got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is make the decision and do it. Get out of the state that you're in. Some people feel like prisoners in the state that they're in because they've been trapped for so long and haven't been able to get different outcomes. The reason you can't get different outcomes is because you have stinking thinking from the inputs that you allowed yourself, and some of the habits that you've allowed yourself to be addicted to. Woo.
Na, 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 na.
Thank you for that ad lib, Coach. And you know what? That actually was perfect. When y'all go back and listen, that was good. So Napoleon Hill, what he said was, just rewire yourself by putting in new commands, new affirmations, new commands. Command yourself to do this. Command yourself to do that. Eric tells y'all all the time, you know, how much money do you want to make? I want to make a lot of money. A lot is not a definite number. Be definite in your inputs and what you're putting in your brain and what you're putting in your new wiring. You can transform yourself starting today. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes, yes.
If you're in a state of being that you do not like, make a decision, start rewiring yourself, start giving yourself new commands. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to give y'all a heads up. Tomorrow at the top of the hour, Eric's going to be gone. We're going to listen to this Napoleon Hill excerpt. Come with your notepad. Take some notes. This will be life-changing. This is going to be a life-changing half hour. I'm trying to tell you. I can't even translate what I was trying to translate, but wait till y'all get it straight from the AI's mouth tomorrow. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to pass it to a lady that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. She and her husband are killing this business. And here's the thing that I love about it. They came from another company. They came in and locked in. Dr. Mark wasn't even really doing too much in the other company, but they came over here together, plugged in. Man, Dr. Mark pulled out, I call them monopolies, right? He pulled out his monopoly jumps. You know what I'm saying? He started looking like, hold on a minute. He started focusing in. Before you know it, you know how some people have their cameras on, but you might only see their head or their, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Right. Right.
Then you started seeing half his face. Then he was in the game. And he and his wife are tearing this business up. My point is, they came in, they plugged in, they said, hey, we want to be great players. I heard of some good coaches over here. Where's the playbook? Got the playbook. They're running the plays, and they're sharing with you almost on a daily basis that they're running the plays. They're almost now the couple that we call Mr. and Mrs. It Works, because they tell y'all that it works almost every day. So I'm going to move out of the way. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because they both got their hands up. Watch what I tell you. So I'm going to move out of the way and give it up to none other than Monique Pinckney, MBA, your insurance tax pro. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Uncle Jock. And of course, I have a tremendous amount of respect for you and what you do as well. I was getting ready to share something this morning, but when you started talking, I got to go back to something else. So I'm back in school, and last night, first class was called quantum physics. And so I'm just going to read a couple of lines that we talked about last night. She said, when you see it based on your personal vision or faith, what you believe is a direct reflection of what you perceive. And so I thought about the blueprint. So we have a blueprint system, right? Sometimes I'll open that blueprint system up to somebody and they'll be like, man, it's a lot of stuff, man, all this, blah, 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 blah. Then you open it up with another person. They're like, wow, I've been looking for something like this. we got the steps right here. All I got to do is click on here. Who put this together? Two people saw the same thing. What you perceive is what you believe. And then she said, your perception of who you are will manifest itself through your life. And so you just talked about what you're putting in. If you're putting something good in, if you're telling yourself, this is too hard, I can't do it, it's true. But if you tell yourself, and people say, well, you just lying to yourself. No, you're speaking to the self that you see in your vision. I might not have what I want in my bank account right now, but I see it. And so I'm going to run the system. I'm going to keep encouraging myself. I'm going to keep doing what the system says to do. And guess what? I'm going to catch up to what I see. And so I just want to share that with everybody this morning, is that when your perception of who you are will manifest itself through your life. So you got to see yourself where you want to be and go after it. So thank you.
Hold on. Oh, wait. I wish I could take this recliner that Troy always talk about. It's not really a recliner. It's one of them chairs, them sports gaming chairs, right? I wish I could take it and spin around in this joint, because you just went beyond knocking my socks off. You just made me want to do a backflip and a spin, because what you just said is what I've been saying so long. Like when I'm talking about meeting your future self, y'all remember that conversation? And your future, letting your future dictate your present, where you are right now, so you can connect with your future self. Say, forget all this sidebar stuff, all this chitter chatter y'all talking about. I got work to do, and my future self is pulling me in that direction of the vision that I see vividly and clearly. Woo!
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Monique?
That's exactly what I'm saying, because the thing about it is, so many years you've heard you can't do this. This won't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I can't tell you how many things I've tried. But now I've got all that out the way, because guess what? I see it. And nothing that anybody say to me is going to stop me from getting to it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so that's the point we have to get to. But even to the point where you said you lost weight and stuff, I said, I got to get up at 6 o'clock if I'm going to do this, because I can't, the rest of the day is gone for me. So for 3 months, I've been getting up and going and walking. And I told my friend that I walk with, I said, I didn't want to get up this morning. She said, me either. I said, we looked to see if it was raining. I did everything this morning. Is it raining out there? No. You know what I'm saying? What time is it? God, I got enough time. So we just got there, and we just do this every day, but we get out the car and we just walk. And so, but that I have to change my mind, because when I look at what I got to do today, I don't have time to do it.
Monique, you saying so much stuff and don't even realize what you're saying. Like, you just said a phrase that I'm gonna let you know that I'm going to take from you. If you got to get out of the car, make sure you're still walking.
Woo! That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Xperts is an example of what Monique just spoke about. I'm gonna tell you why. How many licensed agents do we have right now? We just crossed over what? 12,000. All 12,000 people joined Xperts, and you have 12,000 different perspectives on what Xperts is and what Xperts can do. Ask me how I know, because you got 12,000 people at different parts and places on the scoreboard. Some people don't believe in Xperts. Ask me how I know. Go look at the scoreboard. Some people believe in Xperts just a teeny bit. Ask me how I know. Look at the scoreboard. Some people believe in themselves just a teeny bit. Ask me how I know. Go look at the scoreboard. Some people believe in themselves a little more than the next person. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? This is exactly what you're talking about, Monique, where you're talking about two people getting the same information and looking at it and coming out with totally two different perspectives. with the same information. All of that is a reflection of your mindset. So when we talk about mindset, this is actually a great discussion and a great conversation, because this conversation points to you got to get your mind right first. You got to tune that mind up, and we call it brainwashing. Some people say brainwashing is not good. I look at it totally different. Sometimes you need to scrub your brain clean of all the impurities from the inputs that you've allowed to be put into your brain. So with that being said, thank you for sharing, Monique. Who are you passing that ball to?
I'm going to pass the ball to this gentleman who he always has something exciting to say. And it's because he loves people. He loves what he's doing. And he is a system team player. Dr. Mark, the financial prophet. That's
Thank you.
PROFIT.
Thank you, Monique. Pinckney MBA, my insurance and tax pro. Just great for you, sweetheart, this morning. And Uncle Jock, you're hitting home this morning. One thing I wanted to say that really was life-changing when I first came to this company is Coach Erik said, watch the Founder movie. Y'all, I watched the Founder movie a few months ago when I first came to this business. And what I picked up in that movie, Uncle Jock mentioned this morning, and I didn't even know this, but Ray Kroc looked in the mirror every day and he listened to an album on the record player, and it was called The Power of the Positive. And it was a fictional character. I just found out it was a fictional character. It's no such thing as the Dr. Lawrence Nelson in the movie, but every time he looked in the mirror, he had positive thoughts before he went out and put it on the record. And he thought it was changing his mindset when he was doing sales. And they had a system in the movie. The system got Ray Kroc's attention with the McDonald's brother. They were running a system. They had a system that was a proven system of burgers being cranked out. We got a proven system right here in 120 Agency. And this is the kicker, Uncle Jock. The Founder movie was produced in my city, in Douglasville, Georgia. I don't think that's a coincidence. It got my attention, y'all.
Right.
And this is what I want to say too, Uncle Jock, what you said last night, and Coach Erik helped me share this last night. 10 spies went into the promised land. 2 came back. You mentioned 2 this morning, Uncle Jock. 2 came back with a favorable report, and 10 came back with a report of negativity. How can 12 people go into a land and 2 come back with a positive outlook and 10 come back and contaminate the whole community? So, Uncle Jock, what you saying this morning, it is perception of what you see. If Coach Erik told us, and you told us that the executive director or Xperts, you can get the ED if you run the play, the promised land of Xperts is already there. If I told you, okay, it's already there, you just got to see yourself walk on the land. The problem is we have a fear of giants. We have a fear of responsibility. We got a fear of being wealthy. What in the world is wrong with being wealthy, y'all? What is in the world from being rich? Thank you this morning. Appreciate you. I'm sorry, I just let it out, Uncle Jack.
No, man, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it goes back to the program. We've been so programmed. Let me just say this. I need y'all to type in the chat so you know it, can feel it, and you gotta really, like, you gotta know this. Type in the chat or even say it. The program is mean. The program is mean. ... The program does not go to sleep. ... I will not succumb to the program. Y'all don't have to type that. All you got to do is reprogram yourself. Why would you want to reprogram yourself? Because the program is mean. Y'all got to understand, Uncle Bubba does not go to sleep because there is a war on your finances. There's a war on everybody on this Zoom. It don't matter if you're black, white, purple, green, tall, short, fat, skinny. There's a war on our finances, and it's intentional, it's deliberate, because the masses that are so used to keeping us locked up, they see that there's an awakening happening and people are breaking free and saying, F the system, F the program. There's an awakening happening. People are scared because, think about it, all of this control is being lost right now in this new age that we're going in. AI, people saying AI is getting ready to take over jobs. No, the people that understand AI is going to take over jobs because they're understanding programming. That's what we're talking about this morning. So don't get caught in the old program. Break free from the old program. Y'all got to understand, you all are analog babies for the most part. There's a mean program from the digital side, that after we're dead and gone, I say it all the time, we're the last of the hybrid. We're the last of the digital analog babies. Once we're gone, everything else is digital moving forward. Reprogram yourself and get in the game. Tawana, you got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it. The floor is yours. I didn't realize the time. It was this much. It was much. I didn't realize the time was flying this much. I'm sorry.
Leo.
The Leo.
You are fine this morning. I'm like, it's so much has been said. It kind of made me switch gears with what I wanted to say. But we were talking about habits, right? And I've been suffering with a lot of back pains, and so everything, the whole weekend, I was just in a lot of pain. And something hit me this morning that I had switched my habits. I wasn't taking that vitamin D3 that I take all the time. And I was listening to a video from this doctor that I follow, and he literally said it. Get back to the vitamin D, it's going to help your back. And I said, I changed my habits. I was taking some other stuff and forgetting to take that as well. So when you said that, Jock, I said, yeah, that was literally going to bring that up today, that it literally corresponds to running your business as well. If you change your habits, you're going to throw things off. Now, when you guys started talking about that mindset, I have a book that I carry all the time, and a lot of you all might be familiar with it, the 𝗱𝗶𝗸. And the very first Hermetic principle is all is mind. It's mentalism. You get your mind right, you speak what you need to speak, positivity into your life, because your habits can also be bad habits. We want to speak the good habits. Speak that positivity into your life every day. And I have a thing that I listen to on YouTube for a half hour every day, just to keep me flowing. So this was great. This was great. Everything that all the words that have meant at the end means mind. Meant is mind. Experiment, you expire in your mind. Development, develop your mind. Government, control mind. To throw that out there. So with that being said, I'm done. Take it away, John.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Tawana. And what we can ready to do is switch gears. I can always tell when, and I think it's probably just because of our as long as we've been friends, I can always tell when Coach can come in here and light this thing up. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. Like he's sitting there with a poker face. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there with the poker face like, give me the ball. I'm ready to go. So with that being said, I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to move out of the way and give it up to none other than the voice of inspiration, the index voice of inspiration,